Hello, my name is Carly Schoaf. I'm currently a fifth year high school English teacher at a Title I school in downtown Los Angeles. A little bit about me is I graduated from Cal State University Long Beach. I got both my bachelor's there in English education, and I also got my credential from that school as well. I'm currently enrolled in USD's Master in Educational Leadership. This is my fifth year teaching, and I am currently at a Title I school in downtown Los Angeles, and I've been there for all 5 years of my teaching. During my time at West Adams, I've taught a bunch of different classes. I've taught speech, humanities, English 9, 10, 11, 12, and I've also been able to serve on the prom and graduation committees, as well as in my first year during Zoom, I also led a Read Across America with a bunch of elementary students and my high school students. When it comes to my leadership philosophy, I believe that having all of these qualities are really important. So I have more than just these five, but these are kind of my core that I go back to. So integrity, empathy, respect, collaboration, and communication. And I find all of these very important because I believe that they are what makes you a good leader. Having integrity and doing the right thing, even when things might not seem like the best time, or when you're caught up in a lot of work or stress, I think having integrity is something that really grounds you. A big thing that I also believe in is that having empathy is also very important. Being able to resonate with people, being able to understand others and their stories, I think is extremely important, especially when you're in the leadership position, because I believe that people will be able to open up more to you. They'll trust you more, they'll trust your relationship more, and they'll be more willing to work with you. My third one is respect. I believe in having respect mutually. So both myself respecting my staff in this leadership position, as well as kind of reciprocating that and having my staff respect me. I think when there's a mutual respect, everybody feels comfortable. And it's really important that if you're working with these people on a day-to-day basis, that everyone does feel that comfort. Collaboration. This is one of the biggest things, and I think has kind of followed me throughout this course. Is collaboration is extremely important. I've always said to my students that having one brain is great, but having 10 is even better. You get so many different ideas, you get different perspectives. People bring in different thoughts, and you're able to kind of bounce them off of each other and create something that was good and make it even better. And then finally, communication. Communication is extremely important because if you don't have any, everyone's going to be confused. There's going to be a lot of tension that kind of creates more problems. And so with having a communication that works for all of the people that are involved is very, very important. But also having boundaries with communication. So making sure that everybody knows when is the right time and how they manage it and how they work together. When I was thinking about my core values as a leader, I strongly believe in having accountability. So taking full responsibility for what you do, even if you're wrong. I think it's really good to be able to learn and reflect. I think we're always learning, no matter where we're at or what position we're in. Nobody's perfect. And so having accountability also kind of sets yourself up for, okay, how can I be better, or what can I do better next time? Again, empathy, it's going to run very deep in my leadership philosophy. I think it's really important to understand that people come from different situations and everybody's going through something. Whether you know what they're going through or not, you have to approach it as if everybody is going through something that you don't know about. Very heavy on communication again. I value this specifically because I've been in situations where communication isn't necessarily the best, and it's created a lot of tension, and it's created not the best work environment. So having communication is something really important to me, and I will make sure that it's pretty much a foundation in where I'm at. Honesty also is also very important. So again, honesty I believe is really important because if you don't have honest people working for you, you tend to have a lot of problems, a lot of things will arise. And I just believe that having honesty is, again, the key to having a successful work environment. And then finally, inclusivity. So having an inclusive environment where it includes everybody from all backgrounds of life, no matter where you came from, no matter who you are, what you're going through, I think that brings so much more to a team than if you have people that are all very similar or all from the very same school or from from the same backgrounds. I think it's really important to include everybody and making sure that everyone feels safe and respected and heard. So when I did my project for Shea Middle School, some things that I believed were really important, or some things that I thought were critical areas that needed support, was engaging in active learning, having differentiation provided to all students. Also, having educational technology was a big thing for me, and then also making sure that positive student and teacher relationships was present in all of the classrooms. So, all of these things were the key factors that I believed needed improvement in order for the school to be on its road to success. And I was going to measure these by doing SMART goals, setting those SMART goals, making sure that they're met, making sure that there's checking in on them, PLC meetings, so making sure that teachers can collaborate and work together, and also boosting up that engagement with students and teachers. Coaching strategies. I loved this assignment because it was very insightful that instruction is not only just one way, it's several different ways. And so some coaching strategies that I really, really resonate with are co-teaching, modeling effective teaching strategies. So gradual release. So I do, we do, you do. I'm a big believer in this because it shows the students what needs to be done. You do it with them, and then finally you let them go on their own and you let them do it and see where they're at. Setting classroom goals. So like we do as staff members, I would want students to also have classroom goals and being able to work with teachers and set up those goals and what they want their classroom to look like. Having assessments like think, pair, share. So having the students work together, talk about it with one another, and then finally share it with the whole class. And then power of the door is something that I believe in because I'm someone who does this at my current school. And I think it's really important to stand at the door, greet your students, let them know that you're there, and just have a warm face and welcome at the door right when they walk in. I've grown a lot in this course, and it started with the very first assessment in Module 1. So when we took the multipliers and accidental diminishers quiz, that's where I really was like, humbled, I believe, where I thought I was always this multiplier, but in reality, I was accidentally diminishing people by maybe oversharing my ideas or thoughts. I added a lot to my leadership philosophy. So I know I had a foundation, but I added a lot as the course went on. Doing the curriculum report was extremely beneficial because it taught me that in this position, you're going to have to write a lot of reports. You're going to have to look at data. And so this was kind of an insight to that. Coaching strategies was also really cool because I've worked with instructional coaches before, but this was even cooler because I was able to come up with a coaching plan and steps and be able to utilize that. I did a lot of reflection with the journal entries as well as with the readings. And finally, I think overall my mindset just changed. I loved this course because it taught me a lot about who I am and what I want to be as a leader. And I believe that this was just the beginning and that I definitely have a long way to go. But it was a course where I felt very respected by everybody, and we all kind of gave each other feedback that was, again, well thought out and beneficial to all of us. Thank you, and that is the end of my presentation. Have a wonderful day.